Hey, how's it going, guys? Hope you're doing well. I'm Lorraine and welcome to my channel. Now, just before I dive in there and pull your cards for today, I just like to say I am an experienced and professional holistic and spiritual counselor and mentor, and I offer 100% money back guarantee for image readings, tarot readings, also the programs, as well as spiritual and holistic counselling and mentorship, plus advice to help you with union with self and union with your person. Just check the details in the description box for more information. So let's dive in there and let's see what messages the cards have for you. Messages. Alright, let's go. Okay, so you're coming in with Temperance, and you're also coming in with the Fool card here in your reading. Yeah, I was getting that. Here it's the confidence here to show up. This is your person, of course, to come towards you. But yeah, to come towards you in a way, here, let's just go straight into it. That's what these two cards are talking about. To come towards you in a way that is going to, well, where your person, yeah, is ready to express how they truly feel about you, to be quite honest. That's what Temperance and the Fool card is saying here. There's a push. Your person is in a way being pushed here to get ready, to take the chance, to take the opportunity here. That's what it's also talking about, because the opportunity is just around the corner. Yeah. See, you're attracting a lot of attention. You definitely have your person's eye here, okay? Yeah, of course, it can come in as, so how do I compete? You see, your reading just came in, boom, bang, here, guys, with both those cards here. See, with Temperance and the Fool card, what that can talk about for both you and your person is work on your confidence, work on your self-worth here. Yeah, start making the changes that you will start. It's not about thinking about it here, guys. It's about taking the action. That's what it's talking about. Taking the action to come in, to come towards you, to show up. Of course, this is both you and your person, to show up and then take the action, because what it's telling me here in your reading, are you ready to take the action? Good reading, good cards here, guys. Because in a sense here, guys, there is still more to learn about self. There is still more to learn about yourself, and this is also for your person here. There's still room to grow. This is coming in as thinking here, curiosity, all those good patterns of thinking here, guys. And then you're also coming in with compassion, love, unconditional love here. That's all part of the Fool card. And in a way, that can be seen as planting those positive seeds of change in one's life when you focus on yourself here. That's one way in which I could break those two cards down. And to keep that momentum going for both you and your person is to invest in the things that you love to do, that brings about, or that builds, I suppose, inside of you that happiness, your own happiness, without looking outside of yourself, in a sense, because it's coming from you. It's not coming from something outside of yourself. Let's say like music, drugs and alcohol, in a sense here. See, what it can also talk about here in your reading is for your person. Let me come in that way. It's a want to know here, is it going to work for you? It's coming in that way. Is it going to work? Is you, the viewer, are you going to be captured by what I'm going to do to get your attention? Here. See, what it kind of talks about here in your reading is that it's not a direct approach here. It's coming in as I want to be recognized for some really good things, that positive things that I'm investing in. Here, this could have to do with causes. This could have to do with community here, community projects. Here in your reading, it's coming in that way, as well as a passionate project or endeavor or business that you were wanting to build, that your person is wanting to build. That's why it's coming in as it's not a direct approach here. But that direct approach could very well be around the corner. See, with both these cards also, another way of breaking it down, and I was getting it here, is light bulb moments. Here in your reading, not so much light bulb moments when it comes to going towards your person, but light bulb moments when it comes to doing the things that you love to do here, building what you love, your passion, investing more into your passion here. It's coming in that way. The things, the community, investing more into what you could do here, or how you could make a difference here in your reading, even if it's only very little here. Well, I'm not too sure that it's going to make a big impact. I get here is eventually you could make a big impact here. Let me keep going, eh? Let me keep going here in your reading. Yeah. See, confidence here is not just about that direct, having the confidence to come straight towards you here, guys. Confidence here is about building. That's what I'm getting. Building, investing here. It's also about getting with people in a sense here, where it's like if you want to get something off the ground, yeah, if you want to build something here, your passion project, then it's talking about going out there and making it happen for yourself. That's what it's saying here in your reading. That also is coming in with the Fool card here. That leap of faith into the unknown is all about taking a chance to see where it's going to go, especially if you're wanting to build something for yourself here, even your own business here. regardless, here guys, regardless of the outcome here. And what I mean by regardless of the outcome, it may not work, or it really could work, or you could be directed towards another person that might be able to help you here, but you're never going to know that here in your reading if you don't take the chance. There's still room to grow when you come in with the Fool card. Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. Let's pull some more cards before I talk more here. Okay. All right, so you have the World card, you also have the Page of Swords, and you also have the King of Swords here in your reading. When you're coming in with the Fool card, the sleep into the unknown, it can be seen as a new way of doing things because you don't know the outcome here. And maybe you've never really, now this is both you and your person, of course, you've never really liked to take a risk here. Yeah. For both you and your person, you've always wanted a surefire bet that it is going to work, as opposed to hoping or having faith in oneself here that it's going to work. It's coming in that way here in your reading. But what you're also coming in with in terms of challenges and obstacles here, coming in with the Page of Swords and the World card, what I get there is knowing that the past for yourself here, I want to say didn't work, but it also comes in as why it didn't work when you're coming in as the Page. Here in your reading, it can come in as, well, this is how it's always been. Yeah. Oh, this is what I've got to do. There's no other way. But when you come in with the King of Swords, what it talks about there, also Temperance and the Fool card, it comes in as seeing that it can be different in a sense here, that you don't really have to follow a past way of doing things here, guys. I just want to check something out here. Okay. I get here it's for your person and also even yourself here. There's a shift in the way that you think. That's what it's talking about here. Whereas in the past, things were just straight up and down. Like I said, oh, but this is how it's always been. I've never thought here that I could do certain things. It's coming in that way here in your reading. I've been challenged in the past. I've gone through trials, tribulations here of a past pain, hurt and fear. That's how that Page of Swords comes in. All right, guys. Yeah, of course, you know, for both you and your person, you got light bulb moments here. But the idea of creating some kind of creating change here, guys, by taking a leap of faith into the unknown here, and that unknown is talking to people here. That's what I'm getting. Investing in community projects, it's coming in that way, or even trying to build a passion project in a sense here. You've never saw it as being something viable, is what I'm getting, because you've always done something, you know, you've always done things. It's like you've followed certain things to a T because you had a guideline. You had a program. That's what it talks about. And I do talk about that a lot here. See, what it tells me here in your reading for the King of Swords, here, they've got their eye on something. That's what it's telling me here in your reading. But they're not, I want to say they're not talking about it here. But what it talks about there in your reading, it can kind of come in as, well, I want to say they're not realizing it, but I don't think that's the right thing to say here. It tells me here, and I spoke about the freedom to express here in your reading. Now that freedom to express their thoughts, their wants and their desires here, it comes in as those lines of communication here. And what it can also talk about here in your reading is that for the King of Swords, they've always communicated a certain way. Now let me just check this out for you here, guys. See, what I get here with the King of Swords is that they actually get what other people are saying here. Okay? But when it comes to their response, and this could really be what the Fool card is talking about, when it comes to their response, they are unsure here if the other person's going to get it. Because this King of Swords, what I'm picking up here, is someone who doesn't mix their words. They come in straight up here. It is what it is. They tell you how they see it. Alright? And that's what I'm also picking up. But it's the people that they interact with here, or need to interact with, alright guys, to get certain things off the ground, to build these passion projects here. They're not doing it, is what I'm getting here. Yeah, of course, there could be a fear factor involved in that here, guys. That's what I'm also picking up here, guys. Let me pull some more cards here. Yeah, yes. Okay, let me pull some more. Oh. Let's go. Alright, so you were coming in with the Two of Swords, you were coming in with the Knight of Pentacles, and you were also coming in with the Knight of Cups. I actually think the Knight of Cups could very well be you, the viewer. But let's keep going here, eh? Let's keep going with this here in your reading. Well, potentially here, what I'm getting here is wanting changes. It does come in as boundaries here in your reading. Let me just check something out for you again here, guys. I just want to make sure. Yeah, it's boundaries, it's changes, it's the path needs to change here in terms of the World card. Here in your reading, there is another way in which things can be done. Here, coming in with Temperance and the Fool card. See, those two cards, with your cards all on the table, it talks about both you and your person. That's what I'm getting. See, what it tells me here in your reading with the Knight of Pentacles is that, and the Two of Swords, what I pick up there is you know what your person's like. That's what I'm getting. Yeah. Oh, they are what they are. I don't think that changes are going to come in fast enough here. I'm not too sure if this King of Swords, your person, is going to take that leap of faith where they build that courage and confidence in themselves to express, is what it's talking about here, to express their true feelings here. Yeah, of course to you, but it's also about to others here. See, it tells me here in your reading, one scenario here is that this King of Swords has dreams here. Yeah, they have goals, and you know these goals. It's coming in like that, and these dreams, their passion projects, and what they want to do with themselves, what they want to involve themselves with here. Okay, but they're not doing it, is what it talks about, because there's a fear here to be vulnerable and open up and talk to people about what they want to do, what they want to build here in your reading. See, because you know that about the King of Swords here, you also know that they need a push. They need to be pushed to build that confidence in themselves here, to try things that are different, try things that are new here. But you also, that's how that's coming in. And they know that too, because they're so used to this past cycle, the World card, the Page of Swords here. So in a way, it does come in as their patterns of thinking. There is a fear mentality there to step out of their comfort zone, only because they actually built their comfort zone here in your reading. But what they built here is from a place of lack, a place of not having anything, is what I'm getting, from a place of always being challenged or going through or went through challenges here. So in a way, you could understand why this King of Swords is the way that they are. And I get here with the Two of Swords, you definitely know that they're like that here. And you definitely know why here in your reading, which is why you are the one that is actually coming in as the Page of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups here. Not so much the King of Swords. So I do see the Knight of Pentacles as some kind of delay here. And then you also have the Knight of Cups here in your reading. And what it talks about there, it's coming in as, oh, well, it's safer just to move on here. Or, yeah, it's coming in that way. Alright guys, why you think the way that you do and why you take these actions. It says here in your reading, well, I might find somebody new. Because this King of Swords is taking a long time is what you're thinking here, but in actual fact it's the both of you here, guys, is what your reading is saying. Because with the Two of Swords, you too are holding back from taking a leap of faith into the unknown, and I spoke about what that was about here. In your reading, you the viewer, it's exactly the same for you. Alright, let's go. Let's do this. Let's see what the advice is. Okay, advice. Okay, so you're coming in with the Four of Pentacles here in your reading. Yeah, there is a want to keep moving forward here, guys, or to keep that momentum going for yourself here in your reading, where you're already making or taking certain steps here. And these steps are all about yourself. Coming in with the Four of Pentacles here, it comes in as, with what I've got, I want to keep moving. I want to keep this momentum up. I do want to focus on myself. I do want to keep things going for me. That's what it's talking about. So there's a choice that you are thinking about here, potentially here in your reading. And that choice is whether or not you are going to take the leap of faith here. Into the unknown, of course, here. See, the Fool card also talks about unconditional love here. But what I get with the Knight of Cups coming in, it's I'm going to look for unconditional love. Because the King of Swords hasn't done anything about it in a sense here. They are in heartbreak here, guys. But the thing here is that they've always been in heartbreak. That's what it talks about. When I spoke about the Page of Swords, that's what's going on here too, guys. There's a lot happening with this person, your person. And there is, well, what it talks about there, I do cut my losses and move forward and just try and figure out here what I need to do next. That's what I'm getting. Now, book an image reading, tarot reading with me, as I'm not just a tarot reader. Okay, if you want to know more about both the image reading and the tarot reading, yeah, check out the details in the description box below. Or alternatively, check out the New Earth Community website. Right, I'm going to leave it there, guys, and I'm going to catch you later. Thank you for your reading, and thank you for watching. Bye.